Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of No Fouls Given, presented by Prize Picks. Make sure you go sign up for Prize Picks today and use the code NFG at sign out. I'm your co-host, Big Waz. As always, I'm joined by Danny Green out in that Houston, Texas, Paul Pierce here in sunny Los Angeles. Let's get right into it, guys, because we
Yeah,
had another exciting clash
we had a night
between
of games, boy. We had a night of not just
another night
just
of
one.
another night
We
of
had a night
great
of
games,
games.
facts, but definitely headlined by the OKC Thunder at the San Antonio Spurs. This one ended 130 to 110. All
Belt
right, the
to
Thunder
ass.
lose by
Belt to
belt
ass.
to ass. The Thunder lose by 20 on the road. Second time in about a week, basically. These guys have
Wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
lost.
Word of it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Thunder were on the road?
yeah. Thunder's on the road.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
second time in a week they've lost to the Spurs. Just an incredible game to watch. SGA dropped 33, had 8 assists.
Standard.
Keldon Johnson was magnificent in this game. From first half,
Balling, bro.
he set the tone with some big shot making. He dropped 25, huge threes down the stretch. Stephon Castle put in another 24 points, had another amazing outing. He's just having a breakout second season. And the
Star.
Spurs
He's a star, bro.
the Spurs on a 7-game winning streak, y'all. They snapped the 19-game win streak of the Thunder at the NBA Cup in the semis. And
16
now,
games. 16 games.
16-game winning streak. And now the Thunder visit San Antonio, Danny, and they get smoked. What was your impression of the game?
The score doesn't show the story of the game. It was a little bit closer for most of the game throughout. And then San Antonio opened it up, and it was about 15-point cushion in that fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Christian, man. He's the one that said it. They don't fear this team at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they shouldn't. But again, I'm gonna give this when I said if they match up in the playoffs, I said at least a 6-game series.
Mm-hmm.
And I give a lot of credit to the home crowd because you know how hard it is to play in that building
Mm-hmm.
and how great I played as a Spur when I came back to play against them as an opponent is hard as hell. Like I probably had my worst games in that building. But most teams at home is like a +6. They're like a +12. So they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get at least 2 games at home. But the matchup that was the matchup of the night, man, or the guy that I thought didn't really show up for them is the Chet Wemby matchup. Like they had Shea do what he's supposed to do, right? He had 33. Jalen Williams
Mm-hmm.
could have had a better night, but he had 17 and 6 and 8, right? He played well. Chet 3 for 10, 7 points. And Wemby didn't have a great night. And I think this is the first game he didn't have a block in a while because he's had like, what, 100 consecutive games with at least one block or like at least 20, 30 games like that. So no block tonight. He didn't score. But the Spurs showed their depth, right? They showed how well guys can come off the bench and score, like Keldon Johnson, 25 off the bench. Stephon Castle's a star. And I like what I've seen anyway, it doesn't seem like a big part of it because Cornette only had 8. But that pick and roll in that second unit, when Castle's with him and Cornette, he always either gets a bucket or Cornette gets an easy lob. And I think Cornette dunked the shit out of somebody. I forget who it was. But Harrison Barnes had a great night, man. They had some key guys step up and show their depth and their value. Uh, Again, this is to me, I give more credit to the home court and the fans because I think in a series, I know P's about to get on their ass, but I don't think they still beat them in a series because you just don't give a team the respect of experience until they show they have experience. And I'm gonna give San Antonio the same treatment that I gave OKC last year. I thought OKC was good, but I didn't give them respect or didn't think they could win it because I thought they were young and didn't have the experience yet. But Spurs could prove me wrong this year. They showed said a lot, that they can win in various ways, man. They hooped tonight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Danny, you always speak about, and you're correct, right, about the experience. But I still look at OKC as a young team. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
won
Yeah.
a championship, but when you look down the line, they're still quite young. And
Mm.
they, I'm not going to discount their championship. You know, they earned everything they did last year, beating Indiana, everything. But when I look at this San Antonio matchup, top to bottom, and then I look at OKC's roster, top to bottom, I don't see nobody else that matches up as well as they do when you talk about youth, coaching, superstar. I mean, you got first, second, and third year players on the San Antonio guy that are like, they're going to be all stars. And we're seeing
Mm-hmm.
that still on OKC. They got guys that are going to be all stars or become all stars like J Dub and maybe Chet this year. Who knows? I feel like they're on the same playing field. And experience does matter because they've been through the war. They knows what it takes. They're going to be in those games. But when you have no expectations and everything you're doing is playing with house money, I feel like this is like house money for the Spurs. Now, as the year goes
Mm-hmm.
along, as they continue to thrive, we're going to be like, wait a minute. If they continue to play like this and beat OKC, say they go into Denver, beat a Denver, we're going to put them as the favorite. We're going to say they're the betting favorite because Wemby he's not even starting. He's not even, it's no denying his impact either. Off the bench starting,
Mm-hmm.
he's a plus 13 plus minus. That means when he's in the game, we're going to be winning. Wait till he get back into his legs back starting. Man, I'm telling you, man, like San Antonio culture is for real. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the torch being passed from Popovich to the young guy. He's taking all the things he learned from Popovich and instilling in these young guys. And I believe that this team, from
Shout out
what
to
I'm
Mitch
seeing, from
Johnson,
what my eyes are telling me, I
Money
only can go off
Mitch.
what my eyes see. This is a championship caliber team right now.
Mm.
I
Mm. Mm.
look, here's what I'll say about watching the Cup semifinal and watching tonight. So they didn't start Wemby in that Cup semifinal, but when the game started, San Antonio felt shell shocked. They looked rattled in that Cup semifinals.
Right,
They
right.
went down 13-11 very quickly. Then Wemby came in and you saw their confidence growing. What I saw in this game on offense is that they came into this game with the confidence already. They
Yeah.
Yeah.
did, they did not fear OKC's defense whatsoever. Like you never felt OKC's. I mean, 130 points kind of tells the story, but the other thing that tells the story to me, OKC goes into a fourth quarter down by 5 points and they give up 43 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's this is not just the best defense in the NBA. The distance between OKC and the number 2 defense is the same distance between the number 2 defense and the number 23 defense. Okay,
Wow.
like this is supposed to be far and away the best defense in the NBA, and the Spurs made it look easy. I've never seen somebody do this to this version of OKC where they just make offense look easy. And then on the other side of the ball, I don't think OKC can expect to score efficiently on these guys.
Uh,
I really don't think so. I don't think
man,
that's going to be the case. They're going to have to play better defense. That's going to be their route to winning. It's not going to be 130 points a game on
for
San
sure.
Antonio. That's not in the cards for them.
No, but that's always been their identity. Their defense lead to a lot of their offense, especially with the
Yes.
others. For San Antonio to score 130 points and not have a big night from Wemby or Fox
It's
says a
crazy.
lot. But they shot well from three. Like if, of course, if you shoot 44 from three, you're going to beat a lot of teams in the playoffs or in the regular season. So they shot and it made it look easy. But again, just the depth, man. Vassell played well. We didn't even mention him. Dylan Harper, even though he had 4 points, he had 10 assists and 5 steals, bro. Like young kids on their way. They pitch it in. They're doing their job. So yeah, OKC's gonna have to play better defense for sure. I don't see San Antonio shooting that well throughout the whole playoffs. You can get 1 or 2 games like that, but if they're shooting that well from three, they're definitely a championship caliber. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're shooting 40 plus because they can defend well with Wemby and they have the depth and they're figuring out, other guys can get to the free throw line. And if you can win games without Fox having a great night and Wemby offensively having a great night, that says a lot about your group. So they're gonna come alive when the lights are bright. When playoffs, clutch times, De'Aaron Fox is gonna show up. Wemby's gonna show up. So if those other guys have that type of confidence and can knock down shots, a lot of teams are in trouble, bro. And I know we keep talking Denver, OKC. It might be OKC, San Antonio. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man,
So,
Houston got something to say as well. But, Paul, I want to ask you because I'm watching that first half and watching two role guys kind of erupt in Harry Barnes and Keldon Johnson. It was incredible. Like, they just weren't afraid of the moment against OKC. They're like, okay, this is defending champion, best team in the league so far by far. We already beat them. Let's do it again. and just the confidence that they were shooting the ball. Harry Barnes is attacking Chet like he's some scrub on D.
Harry
That is
Barnes.
an all NBA defender.
Yeah.
And
Mm,
Harrison Barnes was just attacking this guy. What's it like to watch the role guys get going like that so early?
Well, you got to understand, Harrison is a champion.
Yep.
He's in the locker room. So, like, we talk about inexperience. Well, they have DNA, championship DNA in the locker room. So
hmm
you got to understand, the young guys is over there is like, how is it like playing with Steph? How is it like, what did y'all do in practice? I'm sure they asking questions, soaking it up. The DNA is oozing all over that locker room. And you got to understand, in order to win, it's got to be your role players. They got to have big games because the gravity pull from your superstars, everything is locked in on them. So
hmm
you gotta have quality role players. And Harrison Barnes has been in major battles. He's been in championship situation. Like Luke Cornett, he's been to the finals. You know, they have DNA in there. And as a role player,
hmm
you know that you're gonna get opportunity. There's gonna be nights, you know, like, man, they're gonna double him. The game plan is superstars every night. But
hmm
the thing about San Antonio is what I want to tell y'all is like, yeah, we focus on Wemby, but look, and we focus like, who do you really focus on San Antonio? Truthfully, I think they got a number of guys that can hurt you.
Yeah.
Wemby is
Yeah.
just the center core of what they do, and they're like, hey, we're gonna bring him off the bench. I'm thinking like, wait a minute, are we comfortable bringing him off the bench versus OKC, a team that's usually gets off to a great start and then they just look back and you have the nerve to say, hey, we're going to bring our best guy whose gravitational pull is so heavy that makes these guys better, whether he likes it or not, on both ends of the court. He covers up for so much. This is a scary thing
Well,
because your
it
role players
feels
have to
like they're
step
doing
up.
the OKC thing of instilling a lot of confidence in their role guys, empowering them to make decisions, take a bunch of shots, play with freedom in the regular season. And these guys like play so loose, man. Like they just seem
hmm
so connected. Another thing I wanted to bring up is J Dub because I thought he had a pretty disappointing game as well. And I think in the playoffs he had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
However, in the Denver series, in the Indiana series, he did come up big when they needed him the most. I thought tonight, I don't want to say he was timid, but it felt like he was settling a little bit for the three-pointers and not attacking. To me, where I think he should be attacking the most is like actually in that mid-range, like
Mm.
getting to the
That's where
foul
his bread and
line,
butter. That's where his bread and butter is, right?
getting to the foul line extended because it's like, bro, against OKC, like, stop. You're not getting to the, you're not getting all the way to the cup. He just looked tentative to me, man. I don't know, Danny. What you think about J
I
Dub tonight?
I always seemed that way, and when I watched the game, it kind of. But I looked at the numbers. He only took 4 threes. He was 8 for
Yeah.
18. But I'm with you. He could have been more aggressive. I still think he's still getting his legs under him. Like, he missed more than
Okay.
half their games. And this could be just a wake up call for OKC. They need a reset. The
Yeah.
last 2 weeks has been rough for them. They lost to Minnesota and they lost Spurs twice. So half their losses come from San Antonio. They only lost 4 games. You know what I'm saying? And three of them have been in the last week and a half.
Yep.
So but shout out to San Antonio, man, coming in and hooping the way they are and not backing down. They're not scared. And Harrison Barnes and Keldon Johnson are showing you what a playoff series can look like. Again, like Paul said, the stars are going to be the stars, but the role players can swing a series. And I think Draymond mentioned this on his pod one time, like can swing a series. I think it was when he and Kenya Martin was going back and forth with the shit. Um, Keldon Johnson and Harrison Barnes are guys that can really change a series if one of those guys get hot. We had guys like that, Fred VanVleet, myself in certain series. If they show up and your stars are hooping and those guys, role players have the confidence, they can swing or win you a series just by their approach. And I'm sure Harrison Barnes didn't like how the things ended in a cup final, and I'm sure it goes in the back of his mind. Like, he is a champion, he's a true professional, but after that cup final, a lot of people were like, "Yo, he didn't play well, or he didn't show up, and probably should get the minutes." Somebody, who knows? But I know there's a lot of rumblings and talking shit about how him not playing well in that cup final, and if he would have played well, they might have won. And I'm sure, like I said, their last memory against that type of atmosphere or a top team was losing to the New York Knicks. They want to solidify, prove themselves that they're one of those teams and they can be taken serious. And he wanted to rise to the occasion and have a better night tonight, and he did that. And Keldon Johnson, another guy, he's been playing great off the bench for them all year. So he's been hooping, and he deserves some flowers. I don't know if it's six man of the year, but he should be in that conversation because he's been playing double doubles, getting rebounds, not just points, but rebounds too. So he should be definitely in a six man of the year conversation. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It is the holiday season, the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it is all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. It's Prize Picks, baby.
I love how simple it is to play and win on Prize Picks. Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Tyrese Maxey, more threes, more points, more assists. These guys are hooping.
I love that you can also create a lineup and mix and match sports. If I'm feeling a little spicy, I will add some football picks to the lineup as well. Love sprinkling in a little Puka Nakua action with my hoopers.
Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes.
Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code NFG and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code NFG to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks.
It's good to be right.
Look, man, there's a reason why every time we play pickup, somebody want to guard me like it's game 7. Some things just make sense.
They've been doing this for over 35 years, fighting for the people. People just like us, just like all y'all listening.
When we say large, we mean large. Morgan & Morgan has over 100 offices, more than 1,000 lawyers nationwide. That's not a law firm, that's a whole squad. When hiring Morgan & Morgan, it's like hiring an army that has your back.
And the numbers speak for themselves. They've recovered over $25 billion for more than 500,000 clients. Real results. Like in Florida, one client got like $12 million after the insurance company only offered $350,000. And in Pennsylvania, a client ended up with $29 million when the insurer's best offer was $500K.
But here's the thing. If you hire the wrong law firm, you might be beat before the game even starts. All law firms are not the same. And there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm.
If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan.
Their fee is free unless they win.
For more information, go to forthepeople.com/NFG. That's forthepeople.com/NFG. Or you can dial pound LAW, that's pound 529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. I want to give some props to Luke Cornett as well. Just doing an amazing job as Wemby's gone. Stepping into that starter's role, playing incredible defense, getting buckets down low when they try to put a little guard, switch a little guard onto him. Dude, just doing a lot of little things, setting great screens, all the things you need from a role-playing big man. He's been able to do it. I just want to ask just another thing. Is there anything teams, the other contenders in the West and in the NBA could take from this last week or two where OKC has seemed human, right?
Right.
It's felt like, especially early on, they jet out to this 25-1 or whatever the hell it was their record was, and it felt like they were inevitable. What can teams take away, Paul, from these past couple of weeks of them looking a little vulnerable?
I think you have to say, hey, look, guys, we know who Shai Gilgeous is. Like, he's unstoppable. Let's just say that. Let's focus on the other guys. We can't have any of these other guys erupting for big games. Like, if you
It's
can
kind of
hold
like
down,
Denver approach, right? Is that the
yeah.
Denver approach? Let Jokic score 50 because they usually lose when he scores 50.
But
So that's a good.
yeah, that's what I take from it. I'm like, listen, I love J-Dub, but like, who is J-Dub as a player? What's his game? He thrives in the transition. Like, he thrives on like the team play when they swing, and he has a man closing out. but like, what's his really identity as a player? He's a great number 2, but he's gonna be up and down because it's
He's a
like they don't really just go to him.
Yeah, but they will. I think they will. But he's more of a Scotty, man. He thrives off his defensive energy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like getting into
yeah,
guys, getting out in passing lanes, getting transition buckets. I mean, he did have a 40 ball in the finals. He was getting to
he
that mid
did.
range
He was
that
having a
that Woj
lot
was
of
talking about.
transition and mid-range
Yeah,
closeout drives. And then when I look at their bench is unpredictable. But there's not one guy that I say he's every night gonna go at us. Like, who is it?
Yeah.
We would
well,
thought
they're
we would.
missing. Was AJ Mitchell didn't play tonight, right?
AJ
He's a big
Mitchell
part.
didn't play. He's out.
He's about 16 a game for them. So
Yeah,
like
right
that
now.
is
And that's like,
yeah.
oh, that's like, honeymoon stage. Like, come on.
For sure. We
Like,
don't know what he's going to look like in the playoffs. You're
yeah,
right. He
like,
is still very much in most improved player
yeah,
conversation, but he's averaging double digits. He is a different dynamic for them, but you're right. J Dub saw, and once he gets his legs under him and gets back in rhythm, like you said with Bron, like he hadn't had the opportunity to have like beginning of the season training camp. He was out
yeah.
for all that time. So yeah, but my takeaway from this for me is if I'm the Knicks, I'm excited.
Mm.
For all you Knicks fans out there, like if we come out the East, this OKC team looks very vulnerable, bro. And we beat San Antonio. San Antonio got their number. Why can't we we're a bad matchup for San Antonio. Now, that doesn't necessarily always make sense in the maths perfectly for them to beat OKC, but they can go small, they can go big, like which I thought was one of San Antonio's weaknesses. And I don't know if OKC realized that or not. When Knicks went big and they had Mitch Robinson and Cat, Wemby couldn't affect shots and rebound at the same time and do what he does normally defensively, and it wore him offensively. But again, they're just showing some vulnerability right now that they're not invincible. I know they got up to a hard start and people thought they were going to win like 75 games. Still possible, but they might get 70 and lose 12 or 13 games. Who knows?
I
But
don't
again,
know.
if I'm the Knicks, I'm excited about this. I'm like, yo. Okay, see, like they can lose into the Spurs, and we got the Spurs. So I'm Knicks. I'm like, yeah, we got a chance. If we get to the East, if we get to the finals, we got a shot. That's all. That's all I'm thinking.
No, they're showing to me. I'm concerned about OKC. Truthfully, like you ain't good enough to. No, seriously. Like you're a contender. Yeah, you're 20 something and 4, and I know you got the best record. But San Antonio is now only 3 games behind you. But like when you lose to the same team in a matter of a week or so, and then you get belted like this, like a
Mm,
championship team. I'm not even sure if I don't think the year we won, even the next year we lost by 20 ever. Like you're not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to lose. Like 20 says
yeah,
something. Like
Mm-hmm.
losing by a
yeah,
dub, I don't care where we play at. You're not supposed to lose by a dub. We know that.
yeah.
And I don't know
Another.
if it's true. Maybe we can fact check this, Chris. But like in 2009, the year after we won the championship, I don't think we had no games where we lost by 20.
Mm.
So another thing I that caught my eye today, and it's easier said than done, but SGA took 5 free throws tonight. That's a
Yeah, bro.
major,
That's what they're great at. That's what the Spurs,
major
bro.
key.
When they played Los Angeles, Austin Reeves, no free throws, trying to limit Luca, like not let SGA
14
the
for
first time they played him.
22 is a great night, but again, he lives at that free throw line. That's what ups their offensive efficiency to.
I think he had what 4 free throws the last time they played him. I'm
Yeah,
trying
he
to.
had
I
like
have to look at
7
it
or
again.
8 maybe, but he
So
thrives
they're
when he's.
keeping SGA off the line and making him into a pure jump shooter, which I think is huge. I really do think that's super important. Look, first L, 19 points to the match. That might be the last game of the season, though. You know, when seeding is already
Oh yeah. We
locked
lost by
up.
19. Oh no, I think we were sitting all them games. Hold on, what is that? That's Sunday.
No,
Wait.
it's the
Oh,
08-09 season,
yeah, that's what I'm
Chris.
talking about. No, that was
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
No,
playoffs.
he pulled
That
up
was playoffs.
09,
That was playoffs.
2010.
That's the 08-09
Yeah.
season is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he had 4 free throws, bro. The first time, Shea, back to that. What's the name? The first time they played him in the cup final when they beat him 111-109, Shea had 4 free throws, bro. He had 2 for most of the game, and then I think at the end of the game he ended up getting 2 free throws. They do in the foul
Damn,
game back and forth. Shea
damn,
had
y'all
four
went
Look
free
at this
throws.
though.
62
When I
and
tell
20
y'all, we
that
started off
year.
the season 27-2.
Jeez.
But then
Damn.
KG got hurt. Think
Yeah.
we would have won 70 games
Oh,
that year.
Yeah, easily.
Wait, he was done for the season that year?
Yeah, when we was 27-2 going
Damn.
into LA, and then
That's when LA got it that year.
Yeah,
That's when
y'all
LA
would have beat the
okay.
Lakers again too,
yeah,
by the way.
we was about to win 75 games.
Yeah, I think to me that's the thing. It's like they kept Shea off the line.
That's the key.
They and and it's like obviously they've got the best rim protector in the NBA in the back line, and even when Luke Cornett is in the game, that's insanely good rim protection too. But I think just making Shea have to earn it, make a bunch of tough shots all game long, not getting easy ones at the free throw line, not over helping either. So yeah, just a fascinating game. I'm even looking forward to Christmas Day even more now
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
Thunder they
They
have to
play again on
respond.
Christmas?
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
3 times in like 2 weeks. They
Oh my
play in
God.
they
Chris. Yo,
have the
this is they
Thunder
cooking.
have to respond.
NBA cooking up this rivalry, boy, like Chef Jose.
They have to respond. Anyway, let's
Mm.
get into our favorite part of every single episode, and that's our picks of the night,
Right.
presented by Prize Picks, of course. And we want to get right into this Clippers at the Blazers game. We got
Mm.
Kawhi back, Harden playing, Denny Avdia looking like goddamn
All
prime
star.
Latrell Sprewell, the way he's unstoppable going to the rack. First up, guys, Kawhi Leonard more or less than 22 and a half points
Versus the Blazers.
versus the Blazers.
Kawhi's look like he's starting to get in a rhythm. I like him to go more.
He has to go more, man. If they
Yeah.
said if they want to win some games, him and James have to score. They have not much else elsewhere. So yes, more.
Chumani Kamara all up in his grill, man. I'm going less. Less than
Damn.
22 and a half for me.
Tamari's a
Harden,
good defense. He's a good
he
defensive
is.
player.
He's one of the
Kawhi
best.
Kawhi still could hoop though.
James Harden more or less than 21 and a half points.
I'm gonna go more.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
more
go.
as well.
I'm gonna go less. I'm gonna go less.
Going more as well. James Harden more or less than 8.5 assists.
I'm gonna go more on that one.
I'm gonna go more on that one too.
Last but certainly not least, Denny Avdia more or less than 27 and a half points. This is a high ass number.
More.
Who?
Are they at
Denny
Portland?
Avdia.
Bro, he's one of the most improved players in the league
He's
right now,
killing
and
it.
he's
For
an all-star.
27?
He's having
Bro,
a great
he's been having that
season.
type of year, P. Like he's getting
Bro,
30
hold on. I'm
point
looking
triple
at his
doubles and
stats. He
shit.
ain't had 27 in like
Bro, don't
about
say it,
5
P. You
days.
about
Okay.
yeah.
He said about 5 days.
Yeah,
I'm
are
going
they
less.
in Portland?
less.
Are they in Portland?
Yes, they're in
Yeah,
Portland.
home. Avia more.
Only 13 tonight against the Orlando
Oh,
Magic.
we going less.
He's
We
gonna have
going
a
less.
bounce back.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a bounce back. He's gonna have a bounce back.
With Derrick Jones out, the Clippers have some of the worst perimeter wing defending in the NBA right now. And
Damn.
so I'm going to go more for Denny Avdia.
That's crazy.
All right.
He said about 5 days. He had 27 about 5 days.
Yeah,
About 5
Paul
days
said,
ago.
when's the last time he dropped 27? He said, damn, about 5 days ago.
About 5 days ago.
All right. Man, I can't wait to talk to you guys about this Draymond Green situation. So the Warriors beat the Orlando Magic the other night to bring them back to 500 at 15-15. In the third quarter, Draymond and Steve Kerr could be seen getting into a heated argument on the bench.
Low
And then
riff.
essentially Draymond just walks off, leaves the game, and goes to the locker room and doesn't come back for the rest of the game.
He didn't return for the rest of the game. I thought he came back. He didn't come back at all?
No.
Oh.
Oh, he came
Okay.
back. He came back to the bench?
They
Oh,
just
he
didn't
came
play
back
him.
to the bench but did not play for the rest
They
of the game.
didn't play him. Yeah, they didn't play him.
Yeah, so couple of things. Have you guys ever seen that before? Paul, have you ever seen a guy take himself out the game and go to the locker room?
I don't think I ever seen that.
Now, we know coaches have done that, sent guys to the locker room like, yo, fuck that, you're leaving. But Danny,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this kind of thing couldn't fly in San Antonio. But like, have you seen this anywhere else?
I ain't
No,
seen that.
not in the game. I mean, practice, off court, like not talk to. I mean, I've seen people leave the huddle early or, stop the argument
Yeah.
and go back to the court because at the
Mm-hmm.
timeout was over. But I don't think this was a wrong move from him because we know how Draymond is, bro, and how he can get. It could only gotten worse. And his statement showed that. He goes, yo, I don't think anything great would
Hold
have been
on. Can we just
accomplished.
play the sound, Christian,
Go
of
ahead,
of,
play the
of
clip.
Draymond and the post game presser?
It was best that I got out of there. I don't think there was a situation where it was going to get better. So it was just best to remove myself, that's it.
What caused the argument?
Basketball, it's what we do. We play basketball. It's an emotional game. People lose their emotions. Sometimes it happens. It is what it is. We've been at this now for a long time, So sometimes you with people for a long time, there's a level of comfort.
Yeah.
And shit happens. We move forward.
There you go.
I mean, do you feel like this will linger at all?
No, we move forward. We move.
My guy Tony Slater asking those questions. I don't know, man. This seems pretty bad.
Does Steve Kerr had a response? You want to play that?
Yeah.
The nature of the conversation you and Draymond had on the bench in the third quarter before he went to the locker room?
Yeah, we got into it obviously, and I took the time out just because I thought we lost our focus there a little bit, and so we had it out a little bit, and he made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's everything is private, and I got nothing further to add.
Would you? I mean, he didn't play the last 20 minutes. Would you have gone back to him?
No, he wasn't going back in.
Was that a decision by him or you?
Well, he left. He went back to the locker room, and so we moved forward, and the guys played great. A hell of a win, really good second half, and I'm very proud of the team. And like I said, nothing more to discuss.
Cut the shit, Steve. It was your decision. What do you mean he
Well,
left?
no, he's
Cut the
saying after
shit.
you storm off and walk
Yeah,
to the
but
locker
he
room.
came back he came back, bro. He didn't stay in the back of the locker room.
I know,
You
Danny,
then
but once you
decided you're not bringing him back.
once you leave
I'm
in
gonna
the
give
middle
actually
of a
this is
game unprompted,
it's a
why should you
timeout.
get to come back?
It's a timeout. I actually want to give Draymond some credit here. This shows some growth in his anger management. Bro, because we know how he could be. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
Like
bar for professionalism is
he's
in hell, I
emotional.
guess.
It's okay. Like, yo, take it. He said to cool off. Now, again, I don't know what was said. There's a disagreement, but Steve made the decision. You made the decision. It wasn't, oh, Draymond. No, you said, all right, he's gone. He ain't coming back. Even if he comes back, I'm not putting him back in. He cooled off. He came back. He said, we move forward. And Draymond said, they've been through a lot. They have a level of comfort. You're around somebody long enough. Shit's going to get on your nerves. People are going to be back and forth. You do it for a long time. And sometimes emotion's going to get out of hand, especially if you have that rapport, if you have that relationship. Of course, he thinks he probably should have handled it differently. But again, there's not many times I'll back Draymond in this, but I give him some, this is a good step in the right direction for him. Instead of blacking out and having teammates hold him back and keep going and keep going, he said, you know what, it's not gonna get any better. I'm gonna remove myself right now and I'll take a second, take a beat, and I'll come back. To me, that shows growth. Maybe I'm crazy,
I think you're
but
insane. But go ahead, Paul. What did you think about this whole exchange?
I mean, honestly, to be truthful, at this stage in Draymond Green's career, he should have a hold on that.
yeah,
Exactly.
you're right. But he doesn't. He's had this issue last year.
That's like I can understand it. You energetic, you fiery, you're the team heart and soul, and you do stuff. And he's done a lot in his career. But when you get older, you have more of a mental grasp on your emotions.
Yes.
You're supposed to. You're supposed to. But he plays with his emotion. He just can't control it.
You
He's
don't
shown
walk
that.
out on your team. Also, no matter how emotional, you're a leader, Dre. You're not a leader. You're the leader.
Yeah.
Through good, through bad, you stay right there. You control it because as a leader, you got to go through. No, let me sit through it. You
That's
can't
fair.
lose it because everybody looks up to you. Your team follows your shit, everything you do, bro. Like, I get it when you was young, but right now, that shouldn't be happening. And I'm telling you, the older you get, these organizations don't put up with that shit.
Yeah.
When when your production is not on the same level as shit
What it
like
used to
this,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
they like, man, and I don't want to see that from him. I want to see him retire, go to State Warrior. And the thing is, I understand too. Draymond plays chess too. And just like coaches play chess. Because sometimes coaches intentionally get thrown out of games to
Yep.
fire their team up. Like, I've seen that.
Hmm.
Draymond walked out maybe to fire his team up. Now, it doesn't look as bad because they won. And they won handily. So it could have been like, man, I'm trying to inspire my team. Like, nah. Because coaches do it too. So, but on one hand, he should have control of his emotions as far as leaving your team, being the leader. You are the leader. If you got to get up, get up and go sit at the end of the bench and get over it right there. But don't walk out on your team. That's one thing I don't agree on.
Yeah,
Valid point.
I tend to agree with Paul there. And another thing, like, to me, more importantly, that I think needs to be understood, like, if people don't know this, I think people that are in the Bay Area, fans of the team, been close watchers of the team, know this very well. But, like, I don't know that the general fan realizes this, but even in the best of times, Steve Kerr and Draymond Green don't get along. Not friends, don't like each other. This is just a fact. I'm not making this shit up. It's the truth. I'm talking about 70 wins and, KD winning 2 out of 3 championships and all of that stuff. Like, I'm talking about through the best of times, these two did not like each other. That means the Warriors are undoubtedly the best team in the NBA. Draymond Green is at the peak of his powers in terms of being the best all-around defensive player, being, very integral to the Warriors'
Hmm.
movement-based offense, all of that stuff. So now we get to 2026, 12, 13 years into this thing, and you're not as good as you used to be.
It's like 15 years now at this point, bro. Like
Yeah, and
14,
you're
15 years.
still giving headaches.
Yeah.
That to me is what raises. It's like, bro, this is kind of extreme. The whole walking off and like making a show of yourself and doing all this other extra shit. Like, I don't think that, like, that's bad. This is a bad look, bro, for you to be doing this at this point in your career.
Yeah.
And I also think it's a bad look for you that they won. That
He
your
was
ass
playing
said
well,
that.
bro. To be fair, he was playing. He had 9 and 7 in 18 minutes. Like he was
Yeah.
playing well. So that's probably why I think the riff was happening. Maybe it was something like, and Draymond's like, "Yo, I'm 4 for 5. I'm playing like I'm
Yeah.
active. I'm doing." So yeah, his production may not be as good as what it is in the past, but he was playing well this game. And maybe the bar is low for me, and the standard is very low because I've
Danny, you
seen
would
so
never
much
set that
worse.
standard for yourself, bro.
No, but I've seen Draymond in the past, and it's not like 5 years ago. Like again, he should have a hold on this, but he doesn't have a hold on it. So we've seen him show his emotions even last year with the right hooking somebody or talking about retiring. You know what I'm saying? Like he hitting
Oh my
somebody with a hook and
God.
be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, thinking about retiring because
He's
of the
like, oh yeah, they
suspensions."
would. He said they were painting him as such a bad guy. It made him
No,
want to
so like
stop playing basketball.
he's had these emotional outbreaks where, you know what I'm saying, it's like he when he's on the court, he has two different personalities, you know what I'm saying? So like to me, I thought this was growth because I said I've seen him react way worse in these type of situations. So to take a break, again, I don't know how long that break was because he was like, yo, I'm gonna remove myself. I don't feel like this is not going anywhere. Let me take, a breath, let me take a beat, and then I'll gather my head, hopefully emotional calm down, I'll come back to the bench. Now if Steve decides to play me, he'll play me. Now, Steve saying, hey, he left the team. He made the decision to leave. No, you decided not. After that point, you decided not to play him because he came back to the bench.
What's Steph's role in all of this, if he even has one? Like,
I don't
again,
think he
because
does.
it feels
He,
like to me
people
these
expect
are.
Steph to do to referee this or to like.
I
It's
don't.
not. It's not
You
what he does, and he does
can.
not care to. He does not care to chime in. He does not care to get in the middle of any of that. And maybe some people no, but Steph leads by his play. Now he encourages. He doesn't deal with the negativity. And now some people might knock him for that. But if he doesn't want to getting between grown men's business, that's on him. You know what I'm saying? And if you say, oh, lack of leadership, no, he leads the way he's supposed to lead. And that's on the court and with the group that he's playing with in a positive way. But people think he should be policing the locker room. That was Draymond's job. Now people think he should be, the soothing or the whatever, the glue guy to what is it, the middle guy between Steve Kerr and Draymond. Nah, that's not really his job. But I don't think he wants to listen. I don't think he wants to get in the middle of that, and that's not what he's there to do. He's there to hoop.
So I think the next rung of power would be Mike Dunleavy Jr., who we know nobody gives a shit what he has to say. So that's not going to do anything. But I think it would have to be Lacob. I think Lacob would have to be the one to step in and be like, yo, Draymond, like.
How many times have they done that? Again, this is the crazy thing. Draymond's been doing this for fucking. Chris Paul came in for a month and announced his retirement a week prior. Y'all sending him home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows you the lack of respect CP gets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure they've had multiple conversations with Draymond prior to this. I'm not sure how many conversations CP had of saying him being a pain in the ass. Y'all just let him go in the middle of the night in fucking Atlanta. Now he got to figure out his own flight home to LA and figure out where he's getting traded to when he said this is last year. He's supposed to be retiring a Clipper in Los Angeles where his family is. It's just wild to me. But again, you said the conversation. I don't think there's many conversations to be had because you're wasting your breath. You're wasting your voice. I don't think you get much anywhere. So it's either you're going to keep the guy, let him retire, or trade him or move him. And I don't see you trading or moving him. So, you figure out a way for them to coexist. And I think, again,
the
Steve, we think some things went flaring your way. Draymond went some flare. Draymond's actually trying to improve by not cuss you out even more and just take a step away. So you got to respect at some point, at some time. So I don't know. You got to figure it out.
Paul, you wanted to get one more thing in there?
Yeah, I mean, what do y'all expect? I mean, that's at this point we need to make a documentary called Dre being Dre. I mean, come on. Are we shocked?
Oh, God.
That's how I
It's
look
on
at it.
brand.
Dre
It's on
being Dre,
brand.
bro. Nothing else to be said. I'm like, oh, that's just Dre.
Yeah, I just think somebody at the top needs to do something, some kind of move, perhaps even a power move.
Nah.
Like our next segment.
What would happen? Yeah, what would happen though before you get to the next segment? Like, what kind of power move you think would happen?
I mean, Joe Lacob owns the team. He could trade this dude tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
Like,
get us into the next segment. Get us into the next
He
segment.
could
I
literally
think
do
the next
whatever the
segment.
hell he wanted with this guy if he really wanted to.
So that's
But,
the next segment
but
presented by
again, that
Morgan
would
and
have
Morgan.
to be a power move by Joe Lacob, right? Which brings us into our segment, Power Moves, presented by Morgan and Morgan. If you're injured because of somebody's negligence, make that power move and hire Morgan and Morgan today. Chris Haynes, our guy, has another report that the Warriors are looking to make a move for an athletic, big center type of player. I don't know if you guys saw this, but a fan emailed Joe Lacob's work email.
I saw it. He responded.
And he basically was like, you guys are wasting the end of Steph's prime. You need to build a better team around him.
Whoa.
I'm paraphrasing, but we can read the actual text of the email to Joe Lacob. Please read. Dear Joe, please do something about this team. What Steph needs to do every night to win? Drop 50 points? Team is in need of a real second option. Jimmy's tools are being underutilized because he is playing as a power forward due to the small position players. We have no true center. And Joe Lacob responded, you can't be as frustrated as I am. I'm working on it. It's complicated. Style of play, coaches' desires regarding players, league trends. Jimmy is not the problem. Signed, Joe, sent from my iPhone. First of all, he leaked this email, which is hilarious. Second of all, I don't know. I thought the response was interesting. I thought the decision to do something this public.
You think Joe leaked the email, not the guy who sent the email?
No. He didn't leak the email, but he knew the emails would become public if he
Okay.
responded. 100%. I do think the Warriors do need to make a move. I think the Kuminga thing is kind of getting just tough.
Mind you, again, if you play Kuminga at the fucking 4, you don't have that issue of Jimmy playing power forward. You know what I'm saying? Then you can see really what his skills are utilized. But even then, I don't think that fixes the problem. Like you said,
Kaminga would have to be
they
good
need
at
somebody
playing the
else.
4, though, Danny. Like
In today's NBA, he could play the 4. He's athletic enough to play the
he
4.
hasn't
It's not hard
shown
to
it
do.
in Golden State.
They haven't played him enough to do like he's shown he can be a max, like he can be a really good player, bro, for a lot of groups. They just haven't played him that. Maybe not in that system because the pin down, corner, pin in system is not for Kuminga. But he is very athletic wing, 6'8", 6'9" guard that is said bigger and more athletic than Jimmy. He could play the 4. If Jimmy's playing the 4, Kuminga can play the 4. That's all I'm saying in today's NBA. But yes, that doesn't fix the problem. You do need a center. You need Al Horford's great, but he's more of a pick and pop guy. You got Post to another pick and pop guy. You probably need to find somebody like,
What type of
Robin
player is that
Williams.
though? What's the player? What's the
They said athletic center, like Robin Williams. Like, I mean, he's
okay?
not
So
what he
all
was
right, Jared Allen.
in
Does he fit
Boston.
Jared Allen?
He could. I don't see why not.
But I'm saying, does that put them in contender mode? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, not
If
one player
there's
puts him in contender mode.
huh?
Yeah,
I
Jared
don't think
Allen
one.
is a
I don't
good
think
You
one
player.
said
center big
athletic
puts him
big.
in.
Is he not an athletic big?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
guess you
again,
could
I
put him in
even
that
even
realm.
that one athletic big doesn't give like think about all the athletic bigs around the world, around the league. Nick Claxton, I said Robert Williams from he's in Portland. He was in Boston. He's not the
Time
same Robert
Lord.
Williams, Time Lord, but he's not the same Time Lord that you've seen in
No, he's
Boston.
not. He's never
But even
healthy
then,
anymore
even
either.
him at healthy at his 100%, like, does that make Golden State contenders? I don't think so. I think you need more than just that. You need it helps, and Steph's still scoring 50, but that big doesn't fix the problem of Steph not having to score as much. Like Jimmy has to hoop and be out of position and score more consistently. He doesn't. Playoffs is more Jimmy's thing. But they need one other piece. I feel like.
I
Um,
think they got to take a look at Michael Porter Jr.
Mm.
that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pickup. But it's again, if you
But
could
what is
take,
it
I
going
guess
to
if you like
cost
Kaminga
for
go.
Kaminga? For Kaminga?
I mean, I think Brooklyn might do it.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Kaminga's,
That's
he's
not a bad. That's not a bad GM hat you got there, P. I mean, even though Kuminga's, I mean, MPJ is not that much. He's a different type of Kuminga. He's more of a shooting Kuminga.
yeah,
You know what
that
I'm
might
saying?
could
So
work,
like,
right?
but again, in that system, is he gonna swing? Is he gonna pass? Are they gonna be able to get him to not have the shooting
He's a
goggles on? You know what I'm saying?
championship player. He's a championship player.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know
He averaged like
exactly.
point 0.2 assists per game for his career. Like he don't really swing the. That's the reason why
Yeah, but
in
he
Denver they
knows,
let
he
him go because he never
understands, he
swung the ball.
understands how to win. When you're around it, you understand it.
For sure. And I'm with you. He'll be different in that environment. I would like to think he would swing, and Steve Kerr could coach him. He'd be more coachable. He'll probably
He
rebound a little bit.
definitely
He's
be
a, he's
more
a
of a
good
Klay
he's a good
Thompson
4 for
type.
them. Pick and pop 4 for them.
Because Clay
Yeah.
was
Um,
never much of a swing guy himself. He got it kind of got drilled into him. But Clay Thompson, that wasn't his
he played team
natural
ball, bro.
inclination.
No, not to start, but they played team, but he evolved into like they all
He
grew into that.
evolved into that. This is what I'm
They
saying. It's
they
not that
grew up
a
into
Porter
a
Jr.
system.
couldn't. I don't know. The Kuminga thing, I think they wanted I think they were incentivized to have him play well. Because unlike you, Danny, I don't think most of the league sees this guy as a positive impact player.
Mm.
I think his value right now is really low, or else Golden State would have already shipped him out for something that they think could help them out better. I think when they signed him to that deal, the idea is that he'd come in, and because there's only one more year that's a team option on his deal, that it's very team friendly. Teams would be eager to trade for him if he played well, but he
But I think he
hasn't.
could be really good. I think he has a lot of potential, things you can't teach, man. He has a lot of tools, and he showed that in the past. Even when they didn't want to play him, they had to force him because he was getting 20, 30. Even in the playoffs against Minnesota, he can show he can do some things. Maybe not in that system, but MPJ is a good pickup for him. I like that trade, but I think you also lose some defense with it. But
You don't lose anything with the trade.
because they don't play Kuminga.
You don't play.
Exactly. Another question though is, should Draymond Green be in these potential deals?
No.
I mean, Why would another team take that on? That's
Yeah.
my question. It's 25 million, like it's $25 million, right? I think that's what he's making.
Yeah.
I'm not pocket watch, but it's 20 plus million. It's 25 plus. And is he expiring or he has 2 more years on that contract? He has another year after that, right? I think he has another year after this, maybe. Either way, like it's a lot of money, so you have to throw in another player that you don't want, like with Cam Thomas. So you throw MPJ, Cam Thomas, and what Brooklyn has pieces, so they could do it. But like, why would Brooklyn want him? They want youth, right? They want. I mean, he could be a
Draymond
leader.
has an
He could
option
be.
for the 26-27 season. So that means next year, this
He's opting
summer,
in.
he could either be a free agent or opt out. It seems unlikely that he's opting out
He's
of
gonna opt in
$26 million.
for $27 million. He's gonna opt in, so he has another year after this year, right?
Yep.
So again, he could be a leader for that Brooklyn team. Maybe turn around for the youth, the young guys, be that vet there. So yeah, I mean, I don't see that wouldn't be a bad Brooklyn trade to get some Kuminga, some picks, youth, Draymond, and then send out Cam Thomas, who they're supposedly shopping right now anyway, and somebody else that you're not. And I don't know if they try to get Nick Claxton in that deal, but yeah. Again, I mean, if I'm Brooklyn, I'll keep Nick Claxton over Draymond.
Yeah, I think the Warriors just
Draymond is
gotta
only
be.
made for a win now team.
Yeah, man. Remember those years when
Maybe he could help a rebuild team. I don't know, P. He could be a
Maybe
good
you
vet for a
start
rebuild
looking at
team.
like
I don't
Detroit,
know.
something like that. What can Detroit
Mhm.
give?
I don't know.
But why would Detroit want to take that and give up again their young
Yeah.
pieces that
Well, you
can be
have your
healthy all
core.
season?
Just if you could keep Duran and Cade, and you like add a Draymond, say like
And they want Stu. Isaiah Stewart is one of their better defenders, and he comes off the bench for them. They're advocating for him to be defensive player of the year. He's one of the bench players. I don't think
there's
they would give
nobody
up.
coming off the bench making defensive player of the year. If you could add
I agree.
Draymond in front of Stewart, you do it. For Stewart, you do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm
You
keeping
know why?
Stu. He's
Because you're
younger.
saying that we're in a like Detroit looks like they can probably come out the East.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
So
chance.
you think Draymond is a better defensive player right now than Isaiah Stewart?
He is. When
I
he's
would
Draymond
have to
will give
disagree.
focused.
them a locker
When
room
he's
I would have
presence.
focused, he
Draymond
is.
will give them the leadership that they're going to
when
need.
is Draymond not focused? Draymond focused is what does that mean? He has his whole game has to be that. Like that's what his game is.
I'm
He's not
saying
playing defense,
when he's locked in and he's like actually like giving it his all.
bro.
Trust
I'm
me, bro.
not.
His focus
I love
waxes and
Draymond.
wanes.
I think he's very good, but again your term is over the hill right now. He's not washed.
Not for what he
Isaiah Stewart's
does. He's not over
Isaiah
here for what
Stewart's
he
having a
does.
very good year, and he's having a great defense. So he protects the rim. Draymond's not protecting the rim. He can anchor defense, but he's not protecting the rim. He's not rebounding the same way Isaiah Stewart is. So I'd have to disagree respectfully with you guys.
I think
But
in a
hey,
vacuum, I'm taking Draymond Green in a big game situation for sure. But I just don't think Detroit is interested in taking on Golden State's problems. Like, it just makes no sense to bring on a guy who's yelling at Steve Kerr every day. What the fuck's he gonna do to JB Bickerstaff? Like that just makes no sense. I think the Warriors' problem is I think they would love to get into the like Lauri Markkanen sweepstakes or something big and splashy like that. But the price is crazy, and I think the Lakers or Joe Lacob, he's not trying to really mortgage his future to try to do one last thing with Steph. I think they want to do things on the margin and see where it goes. But in terms of giving up a bunch of future firsts and, mortgaging the future to get another star or somebody of very high quality next to Steph, it seems very unlikely that they're going to go that route, or else they would have already done this. Even the Jimmy deal, they didn't give up much to get him. They just had to guarantee that they add on 2 more years to his contract,
Right.
which is this year and next. But they didn't give up a bunch of draft picks and stuff like
Right.
that to bring him in. And they've just been super reluctant to do something like that. And it seems unlikely that they're going to do that this trade deadline.
well,
I think at some time point you have to understand that the run is over and be like, look, this is what it is. The legacy is set. Guys, we're going to play this out. We're not going to mortgage our future thinking we're going to like win one more when there's only
yeah,
like
with
a
Steph at the end of his
3-year
career, yeah,
window at best.
2, yeah, it's 2 years,
2.
probably this year, next year,
Right.
yeah. Just ride it out into the sunset. Let those guys retire, put them in the Raptors. Maybe bring Clay back just for the end of the career. Just one last hurrah. Why not?
Right.
All right, let's stand on business for our final topic of the day. Our guy over at ESPN Anscape, Mark Spears, reported that Ben Simmons has put a report. He's put a return to the NBA on hold, Paul, and is angling for success in pro fishing while working on a healthy comeback to basketball. The three-time NBA All-Star is a
He
team
got up and walked the
owner
fuck out.
in sport fishing.
He got up and walked the fuck out. Man,
P,
listen. I guess if
what
you ain't got
what do
nothing
you
nice to
think of the
say, don't
pivot?
say nothing at all. What do you think of the pivot?
Paul, what do you think of the pivot, the career? Paul, he's
Is he gonna make
he's
some money off this, being a fisherman?
he's
I've
I feel
never
like it's a
seen
bought a
dangerous.
nothing
pro
like this,
This
dog.
fishing
is like a
team.
dangerous
Come
sport, right?
on,
Is he gonna be
dog.
one of
Come
those?
on, dog.
I feel like it's a
What
dangerous
we
sport for him.
doing? What we doing?
He's bought a pro fishing team. He's fishing while he works on his NBA or he
Bro,
put the
he's in a
comeback on
midlife
hold,
crisis
P.
at
You know what I'm
28. How old
saying?
is he? How old is Ben? He's in a midlife crisis
Probably
in his
like
20s.
28, bro.
What's going on?
Uh,
I'm not
you
gonna
know
speak,
what,
man. No,
man? To each his own, dog. Whatever brings you peace. I don't care, bro. Like at this stage, this
he's
generation.
29.
I mean, at 29, he's probably would have been entering the prime, looking at a $300 million contract. Like the projection, the trajectory that he was on. You know,
Yeah.
we would have been talking about him, one of the great young players in the league. Like, I just don't get it sometimes. But to each his own, what makes you happy. I have nothing bad to say about Ben Simmons, dog. I mean, because us as a society, we put expectations on people, and we don't know what they go through or what their truth is in their life, and mentally. And we expect them to like, hey, you are an all-star. You should be doing this. You should be like, dog, let him live his life. That's all I'm gonna say. He's made a lot of money. If this is what he want to do, hey, my boy. But look, that little fish you got right there, throw that back in.
Yo, how you fit off the mental health speech
Oh
with
my God. Yeah,
that weak ass fish
Throw
you
we
that
got
can't
back
ain't
be
good
in,
enough
taking
man.
to.
Come
pictures
on,
with
my
that
boy.
one.
Don't take a
Yo,
pic with that
you
one.
had
You
a
should be
great
taking.
mental health speech. P had it, set the tone, was in a good space,
Yo,
giving good
Chris, make sure you
positive
clip that.
vibes.
You make sure you clip that
But yeah,
entire
all in
thing.
all, my nigga, that fish is weak as hell. Throw it back in the water. Like,
Throw
bro,
that one
Oh
back,
my
my boy.
goodness. Here's what I would
yo,
say. I love Mark Spears. He's the man. Great guy. Maybe we don't need to report on Ben Simmons anymore
Maybe
I
you're
mean,
until
right.
it's
he gets
news,
back to
man.
the NBA. He's not news. He's
No,
not news. He's
no,
irrelevant to our league and what's happening in it.
right.
Damn,
Yeah, it's
Just
true
damn.
though.
it
It's
just
true.
is what it is, bro. We need to let that man go off into the sunset.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I'm with
and
P, man. I'm with P. If it ever brings him peace, I hope it said we don't know what mental health shit he's going through. I know he had some family issues. Outside of that, man, I don't have many other comments. My kindergarten teacher told me, "You have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all." So I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope Ben finds his way back, man. He's only 29. Maybe he'll play in
Nah,
Australia. I
it's
think
over,
it's a
dog. It's
really good
over.
league
Don't
over there.
don't don't say
It's a
that.
really
It's
good league
over.
in
it's a
Australia.
really good league over there, Danny. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Oh,
It's
Australian
over,
league, bro.
dog.
They hooping over there. There's some
That's what
leagues
we're
over there.
doing.
Hey,
Some good
Danny.
We're
league in
Hey,
Australia.
condescending
hold
to a
on. But look,
Go
29-year-old
back home
three-time
and hoop.
All-Star that he should go play in a decent league in
no, listen.
Australia.
If he's
I see some
ever in,
basketball.
hey, I'm gonna say this to Ben Simmons. If you ever in LA, Ben, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I play pickup in the district in Chatsworth. Come pull up on us. It's love. We got you.
All right, now I really wanted to end it on this joint, which is a foul or no foul. And the question I pose to you guys is it foul or no foul to palm ass on your way back to your bench?
Wait,
Fire up that
what?
clip,
Wait,
please.
what?
Chris,
What?
fire up the clip.
Bro, when you said it, what the fuck?
What the?
Foul or no foul? Foul or
So
no
you
foul? Trae
palm
Young
ass is crazy.
palming ass.
That ain't what happened, dog. That ain't what happened.
He
That ain't
he
what
he
happened.
slapped I mean he slapped but palm ass is crazy.
Listen.
Hold on. Well, why trade with everybody get there to start pushing him in the face and shit? Oh man, they both waited for everybody to push back, but now that's a little wild.
Damn.
I don't know what this stemmed from. I don't think he palmed his ass. Either way, it's uncalled for. You could have gave him a little shove or so.
Damn.
A little
Uh,
disrespectful. Man, nah,
Damn.
Ayo
palm ass is
Dosunmu
never
wasn't
good in any.
feeling it. He wasn't
No,
feeling it, y'all. He took offense to that.
yeah, you ain't my teammate. Even if
That's
you are my
crazy.
teammate, man, it's just a little wild. But Trey's probably talking shit. Was like, "Oh, good game.
That's
Sit
a
your ass
super
down." Probably got him in
foul,
foul trouble
bro.
or something.
Super
Yeah.
foul. That's a technical foul.
Yeah, Trey was trolling him, and
That's
Ayo
not trolling. I
Dosunmu.
don't give it that. No, that's not trolling.
What is that?
No, that's like, come on, my boy. What you doing? That's a violation. That's violation. That's a violation, dog. That's not trolling. We can't just start giving stuff trolling. Trolling, we
Yeah,
know
we
what
gotta give
trolling
Trey
is.
Trey Young he gotta do sexual harassment training in
Yeah,
the
that's sexual
workplace.
harassment.
That's workplace sexual harassment, y'all.
You got to go to
Like, come
HR. So
on,
He
bro.
the
gotta go
sumo
to
will go to
HR
HR.
for this one.
Come on,
He
dog. That's
gotta
Yo,
sexual harassment. Don't do that.
Yeah,
yo,
don't be better, Trey Young.
yeah, hilarious,
They,
man.
they kept they kept the Sumu and Trey Young, and nobody got kicked out or nothing, which I'm happy about. Because refs be overreacting sometimes. No harm, no foul. We played on, but this was just hilarious for me.
Yes, that's harder to fight. Again, we're talking about the trash talk, man. The guys are sensitive, start fights and shit like that. Oh, you called me a bitch. So the fuck what, man? Keep hooping. He slapped you on your ass
That's
trolling,
crazy.
so troll back. That ain't worth a technical foul. I'll tell you that. I'm not paying 2,500 for that.
That's
That
crazy.
shit is not enough. So like, if I'm gonna get a tech, it better be some real smoke or something like some real disrespect. It's disrespectful. I could check you another time, or I could troll you right back. Well, we having little push fights over slapping ass is
these
crazy.
these
Yeah,
comments
that's
are
crazy.
great.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
our
diddying around is crazy. That's wild.
yeah.
They said just diddying around.
Mentioning Sean Combs here is too much for me.
Yeah.
That's our show for today. Again, want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Hope you're enjoying your loved ones. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the show, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we drop a new episode. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a review. Give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us in the rankings and the algorithm. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey,
Peace out,
Waz, I
y'all.
want to say your cut is looking fresh, my boy. Like you
Thank
looking
you,
ready
man.
to you
Ooh.
ready to get out for the holiday.
Come on, man. Just a little
Yeah,
Ooh.
you
something,
looking.
man. Gotta be clean for the holiday, man. That's it. That's all that is, man.
This has been a Playmaker production.